morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Welcome to sunny Winnipeg. Okay, I thought I had the GoPro problem issue solved, you know, where my GoPro shuts down prematurely, but I guess I didn't. I didn't have it solved. I went out on the bike yesterday, and I think it was around the 43-minute mark. My GoPro shuts down. I was under the impression that with that big battery, it'd run until the memory card ran out. But there's something. It's sometimes it'll keep going, and sometimes it won't. And I don't know what the problem is. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to limit my rides to like just little short rides. Go someplace and come back, and then go out again and come back. If I want to video it, that is. I guess eventually this videoing every single ride is going to, you know, the novelty's going to wear off, and I'm going to stop doing it, and I'm just going to go out and enjoy the ride. Which is actually the most pleasurable. If you're not worried about your cell phone GPS, and you're not worried about your GoPro on your chin, you can just enjoy the ride, you know. Okay, enough about that. Now, I was looking at this piece this morning, and at first I thought, I can't even see that little place where I got the green paint on along the edge. But now that I look at it and I know where to look, I can actually see it. So I'm going to just touch that up with some brown here. Yeah, I guess we're going to be dropping down the rest of these parts today, all being well. I know I have grandiose ideas sometimes at this time of the morning, and by 1 o'clock or so in the afternoon, I realized that, hey, other stuff has come along, and I just didn't get as much done as I had hoped. But as near as I can see, all of these pieces here are fairly easy to put into place. They're you know, they all go on to positioning pegs or holes, one of the two. So it's just a case of gluing them down. The only one that concerns me is the ladder. And I think I mentioned that yesterday. I think I'd be smart to leave it until the very last piece before I have to complete this, what you might call a module, and fasten it in with the other parts that I've made. You know, like the bulkheads. I think we got both end bulkheads done. I think the back piece is done. I think the overhead bulkhead is done. I think that this is the last piece, and the next thing we do. Oh no, I'm wrong. If I turn the page to step 30 here, there is a bunch more parts that have to go on. Although some of them are made already. Yeah. Okay. But some of them aren't. All right. Let's try and do something model related today. Don't have any big news. I did see the sunrise come up though this morning. I just happened to be looking at it just as it was peeking over, you might say, the berm. And yeah, it's nothing special. Very plain, right? I haven't seen the walkers yet. They may have come already, in which case I may dub them in, or yeah, I'll probably dub them in if they've come already. Okay, yeah, I haven't checked the weather forecast, but I think today is supposed to be nice, so probably be getting out again. These summer episode model ship episodes, I've got to force myself to cut them off early so that I can enjoy the summer. But I don't want to. I just, what happens is I get going, and I just think, okay, I'm just going to put one more piece on, or I'm going to shoot one more scene with a video. And then it just keeps going and going and going. Next thing I know, half the day is gone. Literally, half the day or better is gone. So, but I'm enjoying it. If I wasn't enjoying it, I wouldn't be doing it. So, okay, enough about that. Let's recompose here. You know what? let's put the macro lens on and touch up this little piece of railing right here where I got the green on. Oh, somebody was excuse me. Somebody was suggesting felt markers or paint markers. You remember when Gabe was here, he demonstrated how well those things worked. And yes, that would be better, but I don't feel like going out and buying a marker that is the exact color of this. I don't have any of those markers. I know you can get a set of them, but to get a set large enough that would have all the markers that would have a color that would match this, it'd probably be pretty expensive. You'd end up with a lot of markers that you'd never ever use. That's my opinion. Other people look at it differently. Other people might think, well, hey, well then you're covered for all eternity. Well, no, not really, because I got a feeling that they don't they dry out. Like how, I wonder what a person does if the tip on it, dries out. There must be a way that you can rehydrate it so that you can get the rest of the paint out of the inside of those things. I kind of basically know how they work, but being as I've never used one, I don't really know for sure. Anyway, like I said, let's slip our macro lens on here and take a nice close look. Now I don't want it to go over onto the inside of this. This might take 2 coats here. On the other hand, it might not. Okay, now where else did I see a little spot? Just right here, I think there was something. Have we got most of it now? Oh, there's a little place right here. Just let me... Okay. Oh, over here. Now, I don't know why I'm worried about this, because, you know, I've got my magnification hood on right now, and I can hardly see some of these places. Why does this not look right? Is there a bubble there or something, or what's the problem? Okay, let's stop messing with it here. Okay, let me check the monitor. Yeah, that's okay. Let's just leave well enough alone here. We got it. Okay, this is the Tamiya X7. I don't think it matters which one we do first. And once again, I think these little wheels are only going to be visible from the top, not from the bottom. I just want to watch that I don't fill in between the spokes like this. If I do, I poke it out. And go all the way around the edge here. Okay. Now we'll turn it here. The reason I'm turning it is so that I can get the angle just right for me. I don't think that this is thinned. I think it's just straight out of the jar, or as some people call it, the pot. A little pot of paint. Okay, I think that one's pretty much covered. Now we'll get the other one. This one should be easier because it's bigger and there's less chance of the, you know, getting the, I guess it doesn't matter if I get it on my tweezer, does it? Yeah, clean the tweezers off later. Ooh, I do not want this to go pinging off. Sometimes when you wiggle something like that, it slowly works its way out of the jaw. And the next thing you know, you hear this little pop. And if you don't see which way it went, you pretty much can kiss it goodbye. I'm just going to go around the outside. Oh, I was starting to say this little handle that you see on the top that I'm just touching right now. I don't know if that was supposed to be a different color or not, but I can assure you we wouldn't be able to see it even if it was. Unless it was illuminated somehow. Okay, does that look like I've missed anywhere? Well, it is what it is. I think that some of these wheels have to be used in maybe the next step, because there's a lot more than what this step calls for. At first I was thinking I'm going to have a hard time telling which is which, but if you look at them closely, well, there's two of them that are actually there's the green ones are the same, and the two smallest ones are the same, but the other ones they're different. So now, mind you, the two large ones, they're also the same, but you know what I mean is that it should be, I shouldn't have too much trouble not getting the wrong wheel in the wrong place, and if I do, nobody's going to know anyway. Okay, we do not actually place this piece onto the deck in step 29. It goes right here on this little peg or pin, and so that must mean that the underside is hollow. Yeah, you can see that it's kind of hollow there. Okay, but we have to put a wheel on it. We put a Z15 on it here. But it doesn't say what color, and the Z15, as near as I could tell. See, I went through the painting and marking guide here, and let me zoom back out, and I can't see anywhere where this part is shown. Would it be a red one or a green one? Oh, we got a lot more. You know, if I knew what this was, you know, I got a feeling it's probably a red one. I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick the red one on it. Yeah. Something like that, I guess. That seems to be wicking into the crack on me. Now, did the pin go in the hole, or is it off to the side? I think it's in the hole. Maybe if I take the flat side and alright, let's let it dry like that. Nah, that's not quite right. You know, I was just looking at this from a different angle here, and it looks like it looks like it's not on the hole here. No, it wasn't. Okay, let's redo this here. There, that's better, that's better. Good morning.
Oh. What a beautiful day.
It sure is.
So you got out for 2 runs yesterday?
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to start cutting my model ship episodes off a little earlier. Because I'm getting out too late.
Yes. We don't have all that much summer.
Well, yeah, not only that, but I was in the rush hour traffic yesterday coming.
Oh, right, at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, and it was just...
Something different. Last night I was watching your motorcycle episode on my smartphone, and the little sign on YouTube said, you can cast this to another device. So I cast it to the super big television there, and there you were on screen. And Missy laid down on her stomach and she stared at that screen because she knew it was you. She recognized, I think, the sound of your motorcycle on the screen, and she was just frozen. She just stared there, for 25 minutes, just watching, because she knew, I hear that sound, there's got to be a dog bone nearby somewhere.
So you watched me, did you, Missy? Yeah, well, we'll have to train her to start watching the model ship episodes.
Oh, she watches those, but she just goes crazy.
Yep, Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Now, here is a perfect example of how time can get away on me. And it is almost 12 noon. And here's another perfect example of how I misunderstood how this piece was supposed to go. And I've painted I did not paint the side that is going to be exposed, because this piece here, let me see if I can get another pair of tweezers here, is supposed to, okay, but it's supposed to go on like that. So that means that piece, that place that's not painted is going to be painted later. So I'm going to have to reposition this and just sort of drop it down. You can see how it's supposed to go. This part that I'm holding on to is supposed to go in this hole right here. Okay, let's reposition here. We'll let gravity be our friend on this one. Okay, now when you see it close up like this, you can really see how what a terrible job I did of painting that wheel. But at arm's length, it actually didn't look too bad. At least I thought it didn't. Okay, now let's try not to drop this. And it goes at this orientation here. I'm going to look straight down on it here. Does it? Okay, looking straight down on it. Let me come in from an angle. Maybe if I look in the monitor, I can see it better. Okay, I think that's going to meld okay. All right, at this moment, it is after 12 noon. And I'm going to call her quits today. I'm going to take my own advice, and I'm going to stop early instead of just keep going and going and going and going. We'll let this dry, and then we'll paint it tomorrow. Maybe I should have sanded the top of that before I glued it on to make it a little bit smoother. Oh, well, I didn't. But that's going to have to be in the next episode, folks. Yeah, I want to get out on my bike. I thought maybe I'd sort of go the back way to Canadian Tire. I can go most of it at 50 and 60 kilometers an hour, and I can avoid what we call La Jamodier Boulevard, which is all 80 kilometers an hour. Not that the machine can't go that fast. I mean, it's governed at 160 kilometers an hour. I've had it at just over 100, but I don't feel comfortable at that because it has no windshield, and the wind resistance is quite, it's quite strong. So I'm just going to go the back way. That's the plan. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.